Everyone talks about growth, but very few actually achieve it. You want to grow, improve, and reach your potential, yet something is holding you back. You feel stuck, frustrated, and confused why your efforts aren't paying off. Here's the harsh truth. It's not about motivation, luck, or time. Growth is blocked by invisible habits, limiting beliefs, and subtle patterns that you might not even notice. Most people spend years blaming external circumstances when the real reason lies within themselves. 7. You're comfortable with discomfort. Growth isn't meant to feel comfortable. The reality is, comfort is a trap. If you're doing the same routine every day, surrounded by familiar faces and avoiding new challenges, your brain has no reason to change. Discomfort is the catalyst for growth. It forces your mind and body to adapt, creating new neural pathways. But most people confuse discomfort with danger, choosing familiarity over challenge. They stay in jobs they hate, avoid difficult conversations, and postpone pursuing goals. For example, a friend of mine was terrified of public speaking. For years, she avoided opportunities to present, staying in her comfort zone. One day, she forced herself to speak at a small meeting. Her heart raced. She stumbled. But she learned more in that one experience than in years of preparation. A month later, she was confident presenting to large groups. Discomfort, when faced deliberately, becomes growth. The harsh truth is simple. If it doesn't challenge you, it won't change you. 6. You're waiting for permission. Many people wait for approval to pursue their dreams, from family, society, or even themselves. Waiting for permission is a silent killer of ambition. You don't need someone else's consent to level up your life. Growth begins when you take responsibility for your own progress. I knew a man who wanted to start a small online business but waited for his friends' approval. Every week, he'd ask for feedback, overanalyze, and eventually abandon his idea. One day, he stopped asking for permission. He started creating and sharing his work, and within months, he built a client base he never imagined. The truth? No one is going to hand you permission or opportunities. You create them. Waiting is the enemy of growth. Taking action without external validation is the first step toward real progress. 5. You're distracted by instant gratification. Growth is slow, steady, and requires patience. Yet our modern world teaches us to crave speed and constant stimulation. Social media, entertainment, and notifications train your brain to seek instant dopamine hits. This constant chase of immediate pleasure rewires your neural pathways. You begin to value short-term rewards over long-term gains. Growth requires delayed gratification, focusing on small, consistent actions that compound over time. Think about someone learning a new language. 1 hour of study a day won't show immediate results, but after months, fluency grows exponentially. Meanwhile, endless scrolling gives you the illusion of activity without actual progress. The harsh truth is that your brain is being trained to enjoy distraction more than development. Rewire it intentionally. Seek fulfillment from meaningful effort, not fleeting entertainment. 4. You're afraid of failure. Fear of failure is one of the biggest barriers to growth. People avoid risks, challenges, and mistakes in the name of safety. But here's the truth. Failure is growth disguised as discomfort. Every failure teaches something books or courses cannot. Experience, feedback, and resilience are forged in struggle. The moment you embrace failure as a stepping stone, growth accelerates. For instance, an entrepreneur I know faced multiple failed business attempts. Each failure gave insight into customer needs, strategy, and marketing. Today, she runs a thriving company, not because she avoided failure, but because she embraced it repeatedly. If you're not failing, you're not growing. The faster you fail, the faster you learn, adapt, and evolve. 3. You're surrounding yourself with the wrong people. You are the average of the 5 people you spend the most time with. Negative friends, passive coworkers, or unsupportive family can silently stunt your growth. I knew someone who felt stuck in his career for years. After joining a mastermind group with driven individuals, his mindset, habits, and confidence transformed. Exposure to success, knowledge, and accountability rewired his brain to expect and pursue growth. Your environment shapes your identity. If you want to grow, align with people who embody the level of success and mindset you aspire to. 2. You're not investing in yourself. Personal investment is crucial. Growth requires time, energy, and resources. If you spend more on distractions than on books, courses, or skills, you're limiting your potential. Learning and practice reshape your brain. Reading, skill development, and intentional challenges strengthen neural pathways associated with problem-solving, creativity, and resilience. Consider someone who spends their free time scrolling instead of learning. Months later, they may realize they haven't progressed while peers who invested in themselves have gained new opportunities, knowledge, and confidence. The harsh truth? Nobody will care about your growth as much as you do. Investment in yourself compounds over time, like planting seeds that eventually become strong trees. 1. You're not taking consistent action. Finally, the most critical truth. Growth is about action. Knowledge without application is wasted. Motivation without consistency is meaningless. Every day, small steps accumulate into massive results. The person who shows up daily, even imperfectly, will surpass the one waiting for perfect conditions. Consistency rewires your brain to value progress over perfection. Habits formed today compound into results tomorrow. Action transforms dreams into reality. Consider the difference between someone who journals daily about goals versus someone who only thinks about them. The consistent journaler develops focus, clarity, and accountability, naturally creating opportunities that the other person never sees. Growth isn't glamorous. It's repetitive, boring, and often invisible. But every small action compounds. Your future self will thank you. Conclusion. The harsh truth. Here's the unfiltered reality. You're not growing because of your habits, fears, environment, distractions, and lack of consistent action. Not because of lack of talent or potential. Comfort, fear, waiting for permission, instant gratification, wrong people, lack of investment, and inaction are silent saboteurs. Recognize them, confront them, and replace them with discipline, focus, accountability, learning, and deliberate action. Growth isn't a secret, it's a choice. Every decision you make either compounds stagnation or fuels progress. The moment you start taking intentional steps, change becomes inevitable. Stop blaming circumstances. Stop avoiding discomfort. Stop waiting for motivation. Take responsibility, act consistently, and watch your life transform. Because the harshest truth is also liberating. Growth is entirely within your control. And if you're ready to face the truth and finally start growing, subscribe, please.